Conspiracy theories have believers and skeptics, but are never scored for accuracy. Until now. This is CPR, the Conspiracy Plausibility Rating. 13 well-tested factors determining how possible they are. I'm Mandy the Conspiracy Canine. A popular theory, powerful people caused Epstein's death. Let's check it for a pulse. Who killed Jeffrey Epstein? 4 words. That's all it takes to start an argument in almost any room in America. The official answer: suicide. August 10th, 2019, inside a federal jail in New York City.
Jeffrey Epstein was one of the most connected men in America. He ran in circles that included presidents, princes, and billionaires. He also ran a sex trafficking network that abused dozens of young women and girls. In 2019, he was arrested and locked up at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City, a federal jail. He was awaiting trial. His client list was never made public. Then on August 10th, he was found dead in his cell. The official ruling: suicide by hanging. The theory: he was killed by someone who didn't want him to talk.
The circumstances were strange, even by normal standards. The 2 guards assigned to check on Epstein that night both fell asleep. The cameras outside his cell malfunctioned. He had been taken off suicide watch just 2 weeks earlier, despite a previous incident. His cellmate had been transferred out the day before. His brother hired an independent forensic pathologist who said the injuries were more consistent with homicide than suicide. The city medical examiner ruled it suicide. That pathologist disagreed publicly. And the motive question is hard to ignore. Epstein had information on extremely powerful people. His address book had been reported on. His former partner Ghislaine Maxwell was still free. A trial would have been devastating for many. We score every theory as of a specific date, only using evidence that existed at that time. No hindsight. For Epstein, our cutoff is December 31st, 2019. That's 4 months after his death. Enough for the initial investigations and findings to be on the record, but before the Maxwell arrest and later document releases. CPR tests 13 factors. 3 are foundational. If any of them score below 2, the theory gets capped. The Epstein theory cleared all 3. Conceptual plausibility scored 5.67. The idea that someone would kill a high-value witness to prevent testimony is not far-fetched. Adversarial cooperation scored 8.0. You don't need a massive conspiracy. You need a few people in the right place to look the other way for one night. That's a low bar. Leak factor scored 4.0. Real conspiracies leak, and that's still a drag on the score. The highest scoring factor was who benefits, at 8.33. The list of people with motive is long and documented. The lowest was the genius/idiot paradox, at 4.0. The plan, if there was one, was sloppy. Guards asleep, cameras down. It worked, but it left a trail of questions. Is this the strongest explanation? Scored 4.0. The murder theory is compelling, but so is the simpler one. A broken institution, undertrained staff, and a man who may have genuinely wanted to die.
CPR score for the Epstein murder theory, as of December 31st, 2019, 5.8 out of 10. Pulse detected, high confidence.
A 5.8 means this theory has crossed the threshold. Under CPR, anything above 5.0 stops being a conspiracy theory and becomes an investigative lead. That doesn't mean Epstein was murdered. It means the structural evidence is strong enough that the question deserves serious investigation, not dismissal. The biggest weight on the score is what we don't know. No confession. No witness. No physical evidence of a third party. What we have is a set of failures so convenient they're hard to explain, and a motive list that reads like a guest list at a very expensive party.
That's the Epstein theory on CPR. 5.8. The most powerful man in the room had the most to lose, and somehow nobody was watching. Full breakdown in the description. What should we score next? I'm Mandy the Conspiracy Canine. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Stay curious, stay skeptical. Thank you.